Budweiser, the official beer of NASCAR, is proud to sponsor the Bud Pole Award given to the fastest qualifier at each NASCAR Winston Cup race, Jeff Gordon. Fastest qualifier for a second straight Bristol race here, his 42nd career Bud Pole Award since 1979. Anheuser-Busch has awarded more than $7 million as title sponsor of NASCAR's Pole Award program. Here we go, Walmart starting grid for tonight's Sharpie 500 alongside Jeff Gordon, looking for that elusive first win this year. Earnhardt Jr. led 181 laps in finishing fourth here in the March.
In row 2 on the inside, Michael Walter, great qualifying run. Rusty Wallace, 9 wins. 6 of those wins have been on the concrete surface.
Golden Benny winner Bill Elliott is in row number 3. Johnny Benson thinks he's got a great car tonight. See if he can get that breakthrough win.
On the inside of row 4 is Ricky Craven. On the outside, Kurt Busch would love to win one for his sponsor.
Dodge and Ford in row 5. Ward Burton, the Daytona 500 winner with 5 top 10s in his last 7 Bristol races. Matt Kenseth.
Jimmy Spencer on the inside of row 6. He finished second here in the spring. Here in Kurt Busch had a little tussle. Bobby Labonte on the outside.
Jeremy Mayfield driving for Ray Evernham. Going to come from row number 7. Ryan Newman, very quick in happy hour. We'll see.
And Ricky Rudd, 50 times he's been here. No victories. Could tonight be the magic night? Skinner announced this week they're going to Pontiac.
Unfortunately, Mike's going to go to the back. His team changed an engine, so he'll have to drop to the tail end of the field. Also, Elliott Sadler will go to the back of the field. We'll see Elliott's starting position a little bit later on.
Dale Jarrett, Joe Nemechek in row 10.
And Mark Martin, second in points, way back in row number 11, along with Kyle Petty.
Now on the inside of row 12 is Kevin Harvick. Happy Harvick. Let's try to talk to him. Kevin, Benny Parsons, you got me?
Try it again there, BP.
Kevin Harvick, Benny Parsons up at TNT. You got me?
That's Benny. How are you?
I'm okay. You missed your chance at winning at night last night. How about tonight?
Hopefully we were just saving up for tonight. GM Goodwin's car has been pretty good since we unloaded. We made a lot of adjustments, and we'll have to see how it falls, but we'll try, that's for sure.
So what's Gil Martin and the guys been saying to you? Have you mentioned patience once or twice today?
All about finishing first here, because if you don't finish, you don't have a chance to win. So this is probably the hardest race to finish right here.
Well, Kevin, good luck to you. Thanks.
Benny.
Kevin Harvick going to come from row number 12 tonight in the Sharpie 500. Now we look at the final qualifiers on time. Jeff Burton got the 36th and final spot of the field. Then we go back into provisional land. And Elliott Sadler, I mentioned him starting back here, 38th place. That's where he started when he won at Bristol in the spring a year ago. See if that same magic rubs off on that 21 car tonight.
And there Steve Park is in 42nd spot. And there's a lucky fan if Steve Park wins tonight, picks up $1 million bonus.
Sure, you want me to pronounce that name, right? Nah, we'll wait. We'll do it later.
All right.
I need to practice that one a couple times during a commercial. 4 drivers failed to qualify here at Bristol. Sadler, Long, Sauter, and Shepard. Jeff Gordon about to lead the field down for the start. Glad you're with us on TNT. Here we go. Junior got that jump that he wanted. Ahead of them, a change for second.
We got trouble out of 2.
Sterling Marlin was in the middle of it, but he got through. That's Todd Bodine.
And Steve Park in the 1 car. And the 90 car is Lance Hooper.
These guys got to get going, or they're going to go lap down, and they did. They got put a lap down by Earnhardt Jr. Let's see if we can make some sense of this. You see Todd Bodine underneath Jimmy Johnson there. Just got in the back of him, got him sideways. He checked up, and then Sterling got in the left rear of Todd and turned him around. Now that did a little bit of damage to the 40 car in the right front fender, but BP really doesn't make much of a difference here. Too much, does it, on the aero stuff?
And watch Sterling Marlin. He makes contact with the 26, but somehow keeps from getting too much damage. We see just a little damage about where the right front headlight would be, but not.
There you go. He just gets in just a little bit into Jimmy, but he checked up to give Jimmy a chance to save it. But when he checked up, there's a bunch of guys behind him that did.
He's gone behind the wall, and the hood is up on that. And we got another one. Todd Bodine.
And that looks like he was all alone The way the car's sitting, it's like the right rear tire's flat.
You know, he hit that wall awfully hard.
I thought he was all alone coming off the corner.
Something. You see that puff of smoke come out the back? Right before he spun, there was a puff of smoke to come out the back. All the tires look up.
Maybe something broke from the first crash. Todd Bodine involved in both of the first 2 caution flags during the Sharpie 500. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is the leader. That's going to hurt.
But the car is tight again. He's just trying to hang on to it, but that car just will not kite.
Robbie Gordon spins in traffic. Caution's out.
Better go, Robbie.
First gear. Come on, there you go.
And Junior's not going to let him get his principal. Think he had help?
Oh, yeah, he had some help in the form of the 55 car. Bobby Hamilton just gets right in the left rear a little bit, and around goes Robbie.
Bristol Motor Speedway and the Sharpie 500 going under the caution flag just as we come back. That would be Ricky Craven sitting at the bottom of turn 2.
Damage to the front, so evidently some damage from the back, and it's
from, yeah.
Man, that was so slight a touch, wasn't it?
Yep.
But
that was going in.
Doesn't? Yeah, that's right. Going in the corner.
You can't get a guy in the back end there.
I tell you what, he's very fortunate he didn't back that thing in the wall, because down in turn 1, you'd think he's carrying enough.
Oh, there's a wreck on coming off the 2.
Trouble off turn 2. It's Elliott Sadler.
25 car. Joe Nemechek got a little bit, looks like he got sideways, and the 21 car drifted up into him and lost the rear of the car.
Watch Robbie Gordon here coming around the leader, trying to get a lap back. Steve Park trying to make his way through. Park's teammate Dale Earnhardt Jr. will give him plenty of room. That crashed on the backstretch.
Look at the 25 car, Joe Nemechek. He comes out of 2, and to me, it looks like he gets a little bit sideways getting off of 2. And he kind of came down the track because he was trying to save the car, and I think he got into Elliott. I know that's probably not what Elliott thinks happened, but that's what it looked like from here.
Talked about the emotions of racing at Bristol during our Discover Card countdown to green.
A little upset.
Somebody's already boiling over.
Ooh, I hope he slapped that with his hand, not with his fist, because I believe Al Schubert.
Tempers here at Bristol. It applies even on the pit stops, let alone the racing action.
Oh, you want to tell us, show us about something.
Watch this now. This is Ken Schrader and Jeff Green. That's once.
That's once.
That's twice. That was 3 times.
Oh, we got trouble with
Jeremy
Mayfield.
Mayfield.
Right at the head of the...
Dale Jarrett, Jeff Burton.
And a host of cars.
Looks like those 3 got the best end of
That
it.
front tire is really out of tow. Let's watch what happens here. See the 88 just got in the back of the 19 car, turned him sideways, and then turned him right into the 88 car.
And Jeff Burton, the 5th place car,
man.
Just had nowhere to go.
He was running 5th after that pit stop.
Watch this.
Catches that right rear, and Jeff and Dale Jarrett is looking at the entire field and come directly at him.
He's on board of Jeremy. That's the problem at Bristol. You get caught up. Jeff Burton had gotten caught up in somebody else's mess. He had nowhere to go. He had a good race car.
Early in Friday's practice, he wouldn't have given you anything for his chances to be in this position right now tonight. Oh, trouble, turn 3.
Okay, now let's see,
Jeff Green.
let's see if Johnny will get his lap back or Jeff will give Johnny his lap back. Yes, he will. Johnny Benson will get his lap back.
On the 30 car is right in the middle of the racetrack, and here comes Kyle Petty right. Oh man, that was close.
And that's the problem right there with racing back to the yellow. One of these days, it's going to be big.
And Kyle, Jeff Gordon.
That's a pretty big hit. You see Jeff up there on the outside, and Ricky Craven got in the wall, and man, Jeff just ran in the back of him.
When that 44 car turned left out from behind the 32, I don't even think that Jeff Green had an idea that Craven was slow.
Here on fuel. As for Matt's rear end, it's getting better because of all these yellow flag
Trouble
laps.
up in turn 3.
Mark Martin, Ryan Newman, and and Terry Labonte in the aftermath. It started with Martin and Newman getting tangled up. Caution is out again.
Man, look at all these guys racing
Now
back to the
Kyle
yellow.
Petty's going to try to get a lap back. Didn't do it.
Nope. Oh, look at this.
Kyle ran Jeff all the way up to the wall. He is not happy with that.
He just ran Jeff Gordon clear up to the wall in the middle of 1 and 2. Not happy that the 24 would not let him have a lap back.
And there again, you don't have to. You don't have to let anybody get a lap back if you're in Jeff Gordon's possession. But, you know, like you said earlier, Alan, boy, Kyle made it awfully tough on these guys to get around him. And these drivers don't forget anything that happened tonight.
All right, here's what we see. Kyle Petty almost gets a lap back, but not quite. So when Jeff goes in the corner, Kyle shows up and said, look, Jeff, how about cut me a break, let me get a lap back. But I agree with you. I don't know when all this giving the lap back came into being.
Here you see he's trying to get underneath the 12 car right here. Coming off a 2, he takes down low. And he really was up there far enough, Benny, and actually Mark had almost 4 tires on the apron. I just don't think Brian saw him.
No, he didn't see it.
Hard to win races, and if that's a story, you know, that we're not, then, you know, you guys can talk about whatever you want to talk about. But for us, you know.
All right, caution is out. Hut Strickland involved in an accident.
All right,
Jeff Gordon is slowed down. Is Rusty Wallace going to pass him to the caution?
Oh.
All right.
I don't know if Kyle got it or not. It was awfully close.
Well, it wasn't for a lack of Jeff trying to give it back to him.
No, he tried his best.
Rusty Wallace almost threw that gentleman's agreement out the window there. They're checking the photo finish camera to see if Kyle Petty got his lap back or not. Ooh.
Yeah, I think he did. What do you think, DP?
I think so, yes. But Jimmy Johnson did not.
Traction when your rear wheels are off the ground a foot. So you're going to save it.
That's what you talked about at the very top of the show. When you make contact at that point, that front car is going for a ride. And there we see Hut jumping out, and he's going to go up and clap for Jeremy.
Yep. Temper's starting to boil.
This is about the time they start coming up.
And I guess Kyle did not get that lap back. Here's Jeremy behind Hut Strickland going down the corner. Man.
That was pretty rough.
Yeah, it was a pretty hard hit. I mean, it did a lot of damage to Jeremy's car even.
That's a left rear, left front.
Mark Martin got a piece
He hit
of
the
Hut
wall
going by.
awfully hard here at Bristol. A half-mile racetrack. But man,
Get to the bottom. This string of traffic keeps going
we
by.
got a car on the
Trouble,
wall.
Casey Atwood. Oh, and Dave Blaney caught a piece of it.
Casey was having a good run, too.
Yes, he was. He was on the lead lap in 12th place.
Mike Skinner in the 7 car. Casey Atwood. Man. Make a little contact.
Looked like a lot of contact.
Yeah, and if you use that.
And right now, Johnny Benson, the 3rd car back, the Valvoline car, is the leader. Oh! And Jimmy Johnson gets turned right in the front of Mark Martin. John Andretti in the crash.
Gordon just got bumped.
Jeff Gordon just got, I don't know how much damage.
Robbie Gordon just
Look at
the
this.
back of
Look at this.
Robbie's getting into everybody tonight.
Okay.
Now let's see what happened. Here we see they're really slow on the restart. This is even before they get to turn. This is on the straightaway. What's that all about?
I don't know what that was about.
That was at the 1 to go.
See, there's something going on there we don't know about.
So there's Jimmy. And he's not waiting to get in the ambulance, I don't think.
I think he's waiting to wave to his favorite driver right now.
Let's see. Let's see if that's correct.
Yeah, I think you're pretty safe with that.
Well, maybe he wasn't waiting to go to the ambulance.
Safety workers trying to wave him on.
You know what, safety worker? I wouldn't do that.
Listen to the crowd. Oh, it's Bristol. That's why there's 147,000 here. It's getting intense. Well, Johnny Benson is the leader.
Now here we go on the restart. And I mean, Robbie basically just pulls Jimmy Johnson's rear wheels off. I mean, there was a lead up to that. And like I said, we don't know what caused it to begin with.
Yeah, that couldn't have been the first chapter of that
No,
story.
I mean, obviously those two guys were upset with each other for another reason, so we don't know all the facts. But NASCAR, you get the word, Alan?
Yeah, they're going to put that 31 number up on that little board on the starter's stand. That means you're the one getting the black flag.
Back in Thunder Valley, still under caution, and Jimmy Johnson's walked out of the infield care center. Jimmy, Robbie is saying on his radio that you missed a shift. What happened?
Just like every form of racing he's ever been in, it's always somebody else's fault. He had me turned sideways before we even took the green. I didn't even have a chance to grab a gear. He was beating my bumper cover off me coming to the green because he wanted to restart in front of me. I'm trying to get my lap back as well, so he's just crying up a river like he always does. It's a shame. We got a chance to win the championship and we get spun out before we even take the green on a restart. It's wrong.
You can see the frustrations running high down here in the garage area, guys.
Now, Robbie Gordon has been on pit road serving his penalty. A moment ago, we intercepted this radio traffic from his car to his team.
Robbie, they're going to come in and hold you for 2 laps. What? Not right, because he missed the gear shift. They're going to hold me for 2 laps. I'm just telling you what they said. I mean, why are they going to do that, Richard? I drove my butt off all day long, and he missed the gear shift, and I'm in trouble. 10-4. Single time, man. Just like about a jump to start last race.
Trouble on his rear bumper.
Well, Benny, that's exactly what Sterling was talking about to crew chief Lee McCall. He said his car's a little bit snug. He thinks it will come to him. But he is worried about the guys behind him.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Ward Burton were racing for 12th spot. Now Ward's in the wall.
All those half-mile racetrack, you crash hard.
He didn't even take the helmet off to get out of the car.
No, he's mad.
Yep.
And he's looking for who did it.
Here, I'll talk to the 22 guy up here.
That was Ty Norris, Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s car.
I tried to get out of it. He kind of, was abrupt on his entrance. Didn't give me much time. I mean, if he's going to cut me off, they'll not, give me a little bit of time to get out of the gas, or he's going to get spun out. All right, I'll talk to him.
That ain't going to do any good, Ty.
No. The emotions are running very, very high right now.
I'd talk to him maybe next Friday.
Yeah, at Darlington.
On board with Dale Earnhardt Jr. Come off turn 2, start down the backstretch. Jr. gets a run. He thinks he has enough, but just barely makes contact with Ward. And bam!
Here's the catch.
He went for, Junior, I thought was going to try to catch it. He decided not to.
Look up in the mirror. And
Yeah.
yeah. Man, oh, man.
Oh. Oh, here we go. We got the folks down in the truck keeping track of things tonight.
All right. Heel pass thrown to
Ambulance abuse.
one.
Elliott Sadler. All right, let's hear from Ward. Matt?
And Ward Burton was forced to go to the infield care center. Ward, what happened?
Junior just didn't take his time. I mean, we've been giving and taking out there all day. I got some really good words for him, but I can't say it on TV, but I got to just control myself right at the moment.
You sent a nice message, though, with the throw.
I wish I had something I could shot through the window.
Jeff Gordon led 232 laps of this race, Marty. He's in third now, though.
And the car is very good, Alan, but he is running out of time. He doesn't have the track position either. He's going to try to follow Rusty Wallace through on the 29 car if Rusty can get underneath Kevin Harvick, and there he goes for the lead. Rusty Wallace.
Little bump and run there.
Yep, there's the bump off the corner that we talked about earlier. That's the way you're going to get somebody off the bottom of the racetrack, is give him a little nudge off the corner.
First time tonight, Rusty Wallace is led. 18 laps to go. That pit stop back to the
car right now. Jeff looks like he gets in the corner a little bit better. But the lap traffic can screw everything up.
And boy, you're right, Rusty, just stay in that car right down next to that yellow line in the corner. Looks like that two-day test that Rusty and his crew did up here really is working for him. Because this is a Rusty Wallace of old at Bristol.
Rusty Wallace has strong ties to the Bristol area. Not only did he get his first NASCAR Winston Cup win here, he got his 50th win here. He's had 9 victories in all. He also owns a series of automobile dealerships in this area. Morristown, Tennessee, not that far from here. He spends a lot of time up in this area doing business.
Take a look at the speed trap here. Okay. Help me, Benny. I don't understand it.
It's down inside turns 1 and 2. We're waiting for him to come this time.
Okay. Let's watch it right here. We'll see speeds from Rusty and Jeff.
It didn't work.
And it didn't work.
It's Bristol. It's a full moon night. 6 to go for this time for Rusty. And the 24 does not appear to have enough to make a charge. But last night, Jimmy Spencer appeared to have that Busch race well in hand. Then a car got bumped and about spun in front of him. He jumped on the brakes, and Scott Rimmer almost caught him and stole that one away. Bill?
Alan, 9 guys in this race that won last year that have not won this year. 3 of those are Burton, Gordon, and Rusty. Those 3 drivers have got a combined 107 starts without a win. And on a pre-race show, we said that streak could end tonight. Right now, we got a pretty good shot of being right.
And this traffic is going to play a big role right now.
Ooh, Rusty didn't get off a 2 at all that time. Here comes Gordon, right up against the back bumper. Everybody in the crowd on their feet.
And as I said, slower the traffic, I think, caused that right there.
Here comes Gordon, right up to the bumper again.
Did you hear that wheel spin, Benny?
Yeah, I did hear that wheel spin.
The bump and run.
There it is.
Gordon underneath to the lead. 2 laps to go. Can Rusty come back?
Jeff better hope not.
31 races since Jeff Gordon has been to victory lane. The much publicized dry spell could come to a close in 1 more lap around the Bristol half mile. He dominated the opening part of the race, got caught back in traffic after a late pit stop, but the bump and run is going to get Jeff Gordon the checkered flag at the end of the winless streak. Gordon wins the Sharpie 500 at Bristol.
Here's a discussion about the bump and run.
We've seen this before between these two. Here it is, our Autotrader.com move of the race, the winning pass with less than 3 to go.
I don't think this is going to be Rusty's boat, but...
No, I don't think he would. There we see that bump and run.
Is he?
Well, on the way in, he was reviewing with his crew the incident that happened a couple years ago with Jeff. Rusty, what do you have to say about this?
It's just racing, I guess, you know. It's just, I would have liked to won. It's been a long time since I won, but it's been a long time since Jeff won, too, and I know he won it real bad, too.
You think that, I mean, that's obviously why it was such a fight. You guys are both hungry for this win.
Yeah, we're real hungry for it. It's been a long time since I won. I guess my day's coming, but, man, I've tried real hard, and they get nailed in the rear end in the last lap and turned sideways. I didn't expect it. But I got behind that 25 car, just couldn't get around them. The lap car slowed me down, and when I got to them, I knew I was going to have a problem. And I lost the air to the front. It allowed Jeff to get up on me in my rear end, and just enough to he just got to me where he could hit me. I was trying desperately to knock the shit out of him. I just couldn't catch him.
Right. Rusty will be back
The
again.
number 24 Monte Carlo team. Jeff will tell you the only thing that comes close to Monte Carlo's reputation on the track is its reputation on the street. More champions depend on Chevy. We'll be there. Bill Weber's in victory lane with Jeff Gordon and company.
You can imagine what this is going to be like. He's already shaking hands with Robbie Loomis. There's car owner Rick Hendrick. I may not need to do an interview.